you can, Cameramendi. You are a miracle worker. Yes, it is I, Alphinius Goo, with quite a long beard and messy hair. I've been intending to go to the barber for about the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, Cameramendi. But because of all the effort we've been putting in to finish off the Blood for the Con and the Mornwood campaign, I've been burning the midnight oil, as you know. So.
We have someone who's first Goo Morning.
Wow, hello, first Goo Morning person. Yes, you are.
And we have a hype train to go along with
Train, got the hype train. Yes, very good. I'm very excited.
Zoran Arkham Dreams, congratulations on this being your first Goo Morning. We don't normally start the morning off with Alphinius talking about his state of...
My state of being? Cameramendi also drank.
Actually, I don't know that that's true. I think we probably do almost every morning.
Well, remember last night, so all of you, just my friends, last night we sent out the Kickstarter digital codes.
You look so tired right now.
Okay, all right, I will sit down.
Are so...
Listen, here's the deal.
Tell us about it.
No, so I'm going to tell you. So we sent out, we got it all done yesterday. We proofed and reviewed. It is magnificent, my friends, I promise you. I promise you. Wait till you see it. In fact, some of you have seen it. I hope you can post up there in the chat your first impressions, because it is so beautiful and way more than we promised. And I think it's got some 30-some handouts, right? It's almost like a mini box set, Cameramendi. So anyway, so we get it. We're battling, Marvelous Carrie and AJ. AJ's sick and he's home proofing and he's on the phone with us. And Lindsay's working and Steven, and we're all putting it all together. And the maps look great and everything is so cool. And it's like 5 o'clock and I'm like, have we caught everything? And they're like, we think so. And I'm like, we're sending it. Let's go. And then we sent it. And it didn't work. We had a code problem. So then poor Riley pulled over on the side of the road.
They were in the Ace Hardware parking lot.
In the Ace Hardware parking lot to figure out the problem with the code. And so we're talking with him on the phone, and finally about 6 o'clock last night, the code got fixed. I started seeing all kinds of people downloading. Now, still our dear Laura, we got to figure out Laura, because Laura has a technical issue that we're working on. And if anybody else has had a technical issue, just send us an email to adventures@gooeycube.com, and we will endeavor to fix this as quickly as possible for you. But anyway, I am so proud of it. It is so magnificent. It honors our wonderful friends, Donnie and Andrea. And
we got a level 2 hype train.
Level 2 hype train. I don't know what that means, but I think it's cool.
Thank you, Ben. Ben gifted a bunch of tears.
Ben.
And I'm sorry, I logged on late, so I know other people have too, and I missed it. But
well, if you did do some of that, will you put that back in so Cameramendi can acknowledge you? We want to do that.
Yes.
Anyway, my friends, so Cameramendi, so it's 6 o'clock, 6:15 last night, 6:30, we're finally done. Mm-hmm. I stay for a little bit more to clean up a few things, and then I drive home, and I think I get there about, 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. And Ms. Goo is there, and there is a picture of margaritas.
Wait, a picture of margaritas or a picture?
A picture.
Because a picture would be way worse.
There's a picture of margaritas
Cheers.
left from the night, a couple nights ago.
Yes.
And we had margaritas.
So you're hungover is what you're telling me.
I had 3 margaritas, Cameramendi. Yes, I'm not hungover. I feel great. I actually slept pretty well, and it was wonderful. Awesome. Anyway, so my friends, thank you for all your patience with us as we figured out. We thought we were going to get it out on Monday or Tuesday. Actually, we thought we could get it out last Friday, but there was just too much continuity that we had to make sure was tight between the Morning materials and the Blood for the Con materials. And but gosh, it's a good adventure. I really, and for those of you who like a little more sandboxy, a little more freedom for the PCs to run around, they got all manner of opportunity to run around. We are still finishing the 2 little mini adventures that were stretch goals. The Truth Lies, Codes, and Shades of Loss. Artwork is done on those. The writing is pretty much done. We got to do some editing. And we have to finish those up. But basically, the Kickstarter is done. And I'm so happy to deliver that to folks. We would ask you, please, if you are interested in taking a read. I know I've already talked to Joshua, and Josh and Kai are going to take a little peek at this, Blood for the Con. If you find anything that we need to fix, we would love to know about it, because we're going to send the materials to print in about 5 days. So we're going to do one more review ourselves. And of course, our wonderful community always looks at our stuff and checks things for us and gives us, Andy's given us a look. In fact, Camera Mendy, we need to make sure we get Andy as credited because he has done some very difficult, very significant editing work on the Mornwood and is also going to do that on Blood for the Con. So we need to make sure we add him to the credits. So Andy, if you're watching, it is in my mind. Yes, of course, it is a slightly inebriated, formerly inebriated mind this morning. Anyway.
Well, I'm very happy for you. I know this has been an uphill battle.
Well, it's just, with all the stuff, right?
Yes.
On top of it, right? We didn't need all that, right? So.
Well, they're not bringing it down, though.
We're not bringing it down. We're going to bring it up and very excited. So what are we talking about today, cameraman? I know we're going to do some social media. We got Gyzaengaxx. We got all kinds of things.
I'm going to show something.
I want you to show it. I don't even know what she's going to show.
I know.
Yes,
you didn't even notice when you walked in this morning what was going on. Hold on.
Well, I saw the sign over there.
Hold on. Oops, wrong one. Okay, that's
Why
a
was
picture
that
of
the
me.
wrong one?
Well, I picked the wrong button. I have to try and get it centered in the square.
What is this hat on your?
No. You're missing that. Wait, what hat?
The hat on your shirt.
On my shirt. Yes, exactly. It's a gelatinous hat. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing it.
So
this is my outfit this morning.
So you and Chet Minton.
No. This is not.
That's not Chet?
No, this was sent to me. Who sent this to me? I cannot remember. Someone sent me this shirt.
I just want to tell you that has a little bit of reminiscent of our dear Chet's style. Yes.
Indeed. But this was some website out there, and I will post a link when I remember who sent it to me. But I ordered this.
You get a wonderful gift, and
No. I ordered it.
Oh, you ordered it.
Someone sent me a link, and then I ordered this shirt months ago. And then I totally forgot about it. And then those are the best kind of orders because then when they arrive at your house, you're like, what is this? And you open up, you're like, oh, that's right, I ordered this thing.
So this gelatinous hat.
It's a gelatinous hat.
It's a gooey hat.
Yes.
Yes,
Isn't that brilliant?
It's wonderful. It's got. The thing I don't understand is how come the arrow sticking out of it is gelatinous. But it's okay. I won't over edit the shirt with the weird gelatinous hat. But yes, for all you hatters out there, I'm sure you're all cheering. Woohoo! Look, it's the gelatinous hat. And for all you new people who are wondering what the hell is going on, yes, there is a controversy in the world of Zyathé. Yes, about the wizard and his hat. Yes, and I don't wear one. So this is why. Anyway, ask somebody you know. They'll tell you. It's much too long of a saga to relay now. But I must admit, Camera Mendy, it's very cute.
Yes.
And it does look a little like old Chet's artwork.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, it really, really does have a little bit of that reminiscent, that feel of his
So,
work.
yeah, I will post a link. I'll post it on Facebook and post the link. And anyone else who wants to get a gelatinous hat thing can order it.
You too.
But just know it'll take a few months to
on
get
your
to
shirt.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
Like Camera Mendy. Yes. All right. What is? Oh yes. This was. Adam put this up. Yes. I believe Adam put this up. Yes. It's a little weird.
Come to the land of Zyathé for the gooey ring, have you? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, you are hatless.
I am indeed, and shall remain so. Yes, and this is the thing. For those of you, marvelous Ed Greenwood, by the way, is going to be a part in our Gyzaengaxx homage to.
I love how you can't get it right ever the first time.
Homage. Homage. I think it is multiple. Listen, chat, I think it is pronounced multiple ways. Oh, and by the way, Camera Mendy, I need to check out, speaking of pronunciation. So I'm driving in, and every morning I listen to this wonderful classical station called KCME here in Colorado Springs. And it is not privately supported, but publicly supported by us, right? They get grants and stuff like that, but also lots of people subscribe. And there's this wonderful program there by a really fun disc jockey, for a lack of a better term, but a host named Edmund Stone. And Edmund Stone puts on all of these wonderful scores. It's called The Score, by the way, for all these scores from all these different movies that were done in classical music. And this morning, they were playing The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. And the last one that came on was from The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Now, Edmund Stone is sitting there, he keeps talking about it, and he keeps saying Schmaug. And I don't believe it was Schmaug, but I want somebody to look it up because I'm wondering if Edmund Stone was actually pronouncing it right and everyone else has been pronouncing it wrong. But I have always thought it was Smaug, yes, or Smog, yes, like that, right? But he's Schmaug. I'm like, Schmaug, it's not a schmear, this is not a bagel. Anyway, so someone in the chat look this up for sure and let us be certain of the pronunciation of Smog. And let's get back to Adam's hats here, yes.
Oh, okay.
So this was very cute. Oh, look at that, the holiday sale.
We'll go back to the hats. Where were you going with this?
No, nothing. I commented quite a few things, and people put some very interesting and fun comments down below, and it was kind of funny, right? It was kind of cute. So I got to give Adam credit. Adam has been putting up some marvelous posts. And by the way, Kevin, where's Kevin been lately? You have to give him some hard times. I haven't been seeing some of Kevin's marvelous posts. Jim has been back and putting up some really good ones, right? And Michelle has put up some cool ones lately. Yes, indeed. All right, to continue, let's talk about this.
Okay, let's talk about the holiday sale.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, so...
cut to you, Cameron.
If you remember,
if you're going to talk, cut to you.
Last week, Alphinius... I have to go back. Hold on. Give me a second. I have to find it in the program.
Okay. Friends, for those of you who are new.
It's a low-budget production.
It's a low-budget
production. And we have no shame over that. I've accepted it. It's okay. I know my post-production work is excellent. So
pre-production and during production is a different thing.
Okay, so if you will remember last week, it occurred to Alphinius that it was the holidays, and that...
yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the holidays. We better do a deal.
And so, between Blood for the Con, between Gyzaengaxx, between trying to ramp up our new social media girl, we put together a holiday sale. So I'm going to go through what you can get for the holidays. Starting with the big thing. 20% off almost everything TTRPG on GooeyCube.com. It does exclude like Gloomport and Darkenhaven since those haven't been released yet, but pretty much everything else that's like
and merch. I don't think we did merch, right?
The TTRPG.
Yeah. Yes. We couldn't do merchandise because that's through a third party.
Yes.
And honestly, I don't even think we make 20%. So.
Yes. So the merchandise stuff is excluded from all of this. But aside from that, like anything that's like Gooey Cube that we fulfill through here, you get 20% off almost everything in the store.
And if you want a great holiday adventure, a strangely gooey holiday, and you have never played it, you need to play it. It's magnificent.
You see, what I did here was that I designed it.
I saw this.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to post all the monsters. So you'll see this post several times, but it'll have all of the strangely gooey monsters.
Very good.
In the next few weeks.
This is called a spoiler, Camera Mandy.
Yes.
So you know, but you're going to spoil it. Yes, it's all right. That's okay.
It's been out for 3 years.
We're going to do a sequel this next year, 2024.
Yes,
I've already talked to Rob about it. We are going to do it.
Okay, that's exciting. Okay, then on top of that, so we have these great bundles that you can go look at them. They're under bundles on the website. And
so you don't get the 20% plus the 10%. You get an additional 10% because the bundles are already discounted.
Yes, the bundles are already discounted. So if you buy a bundle, you're going to get cheaper than if you buy everything piecemeal. But you get an additional 10% off the already discounted bundles.
Yes.
So
and by the way, all you new people, we don't always do commercials on Goo Morning Zyathé. This is
mostly because I put together the graphics yesterday, and I was really proud of them. So anyway.
All you hypers that are out there, we don't typically, this is not like a long-ass commercial for Gooey Cube, typically. All right, there you go. Oh, look at it, it's Chet.
Yes. So I knew Chet wouldn't have a problem if I did this.
His character is so marvelous.
Yes. So anyway, we have a 10% off custom character portrait packages. So
you should tell everybody about this who might not know what we do in the world of Zyathé, because we're well over 300, moving to 400.
No, we're not well over 300. We're at like 200.
We're at 300. We did the math on this because I was saying 400 and you chastised me.
No. I have the documents that show.
There's 60-some gooey people. On top of the 270 or something like that.
Join us on Goo Morning Zyathé, where you can see us argue.
Controversy. Anyway, we have lots and lots of wonderful people from our community who have made wonderful character portraits.
Yes.
Who are now being put into the world of Zyathé.
Yes.
And you could do that too.
So like Darkenhaven and Gloomport have loads of people.
Cut back to you and cut off my hungover face.
Oh, okay.
I look a mess this morning, too.
I mean, yes.
Miss Goo was.
I did notice that you at least wore a shirt under your.
I did because I didn't want to show my belly button.
Yes, again. The last few weeks he's just been like.
I didn't know that my navel was showing. Goodness gracious!
Did you go back and watch the YouTube
do not
replays?
go back. You have just told Geeky Hoodie
I
to go
know.
look for my navel. I
I'm
do not
sorry.
wish this.
Well, anyway,
Keep going, cameraman. 10%
where was
off
I?
character.
I lost.
10% off the custom character
Yes.
packages.
Okay, this was a surprise to me, but I'm living with it. So if you spend $50 or more, you get Alphinius Goo and Mara Mandy folios for free that get shipped to you. So
That's cool, isn't it, cameraman? We've never done that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know who.
Should we sign them?
If people want, I just don't know who.
We should sign them.
You are more the celebrity.
Camera
I am
Mandy,
more
you are like the coolest celebrity ever.
No.
Everybody likes you. Nobody likes
Anyway,
me.
if you want it signed, we'll sign it. Okay. If you don't want them at all, let me know. So, okay. And last but not least, keep an eye on your emails because we're going to be doing some really cool flash sales that will be like 24 hours only for some really cool stuff.
And for all the hatters out there who chastised me all the time about this image, this is called an illustration. This was not taken from a photograph. I was not wearing this hat. This is photoshopped on. So all of you out there, don't think you got me, right? Just like Hatting Kim. Hatting Kim doesn't count.
Okay. We get it.
All right, you get
Okay.
it. All right. All you poor new people who
For
are
all
like,
the
what
new
the
people,
hell is going on right now?
He does this like at least twice a month. So no.
All right, let's
Okay.
continue. What are we doing next?
Okay. Next up. Also, thank you for the kind comments. Everyone likes to encourage me when I'm like,
Indeed.
Okay. Anyway.
You're marvelous, cameraman.
Okay, this is hilarious from Chet. How to prepare for Goo Morning. And he has the beautiful portrait of Alfabio. He has the Alphinius goat.
Yes, I see Alphinius goat there.
He's cut out like a whole bunch of our products out of our product
Yes,
images.
but there's flarp on
with
the top
the flarp
of it.
on
Where's
top.
my damn flarp, cameraman? I want my flarp back.
I once a month. I'll give it
I
to you
am going to buy more flarp
I will
if
give
you
it to you
don't
for
give me more
Christmas. I will
flarp.
give it to you for Christmas.
Anyway, yes, it
Yes.
even says Goo Life on the little bumper sticker.
Yeah, anyway. And the hat, of
but
course.
this is very important.
What?
I have received numerous emails now from PETA, who are very upset
Oh my
that we
God.
have a cat taped to the wall.
Okay, just like you're not wearing a real hat.
This is not a real cat.
No.
I'm not wearing a hat, and it's not a real cat. So that, my friend, is that. Dr. Zeus. He was magnificent.
I just read the twins, the Grinch,
Oh, the Grinch.
the Grinch Who
You went
Stole
to read
Christmas.
the Grinch. Did
Yeah,
they
it
love,
was.
did they love it?
It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some things this holiday season with my little grandy dudes. We're gonna play some adventures.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
excited for doing that. Yeah, this was Stephanie.
Seriously considering cosplaying as Alphabia for Genghis Khan.
You got to do it.
I think so.
I didn't know there was an Alphabia, but I guess she exists now.
But she's not one of the twins.
But I did put up girl yes on there. Yeah, that was I. Yes, so
Yes.
put that up. Yes.
Girl, yes. Look, Christina.
Of course,
we
I
are enablers.
I just want to be very
Christina.
clear that I had 3 margaritas by that.
Alphabia would be amazing.
Indeed,
Okay.
indeed. All right, continue. Let us
Okay,
know.
so this was from Paul, and
Oh, yeah.
apparently they're releasing, USPS is releasing some really cool stamps.
So I really want to
some.
make sure this is the truth, right? This is not some scam that's running about the internet. Because I didn't check the link. So and I know Paul is a researcher, so it's probably true. But I can't believe this, and I'm gonna have to get some. In fact, cameraman, maybe
Scottish
we
Chef
should-
said, this is for reals.
That's amazing.
I mean,
So-
they do this sometimes.
So what if we get some of these and do them as giveaways on Goo Morning Zyathé?
I can do that. That's
I
fine.
think that would be fun.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be really fun.
We're going to do that. That's awesome.
Would everybody like that? What if we did that? I think it's for our, all our gooey people, watch us. They're the ones who are the most dedicated and caring for us. And if we could do something special like that for them, I think that would be really fun.
I think it's so smart for the USPS to kind of do some of these things. I know they've done it before for a lot of
Yes.
other events, a lot of others.
But this is
popular
amazing.
things.
It's the 50th anniversary,
Yeah.
and somehow they decided they were. Now, of course, this is Hasbro. Hasbro is behind this.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
smart.
need to know, right? The marketing departments for places like Hasbro, most of the time, are pretty smart.
It's a good.
There are a few times when they kind of shoot themselves in the foot. But,
3 letters, OGL.
yeah, that was quite a time.
Okay.
I'm glad it's passed.
Yes.
But Paul, thank you. I was looking at this and I'm like, wow, how come they don't have Alphinius on there? I was looking
because it's
it was like, where's
Casper.
Alphinius?
You'll get there one day.
Someday. Yes, and Todd is always, right? We have a number of folks who do these wonderful builds, but
Yeah.
Todd is always gracing us with magnificent builds. And this one is his sort of jungle theme, right? This jungle theme.
But this looked very similar.
Oh yeah, it's got this guy has been redone many times.
Yeah.
This
It's
guy.
good.
So originally on the second edition book, right, and it has been lampooned and resculpted and reimagined, many times. And of course, we're going to talk about Gyzaengaxx in a minute here. So I'm excited about that. And all of you, pay attention on this when we come up to this Gyzaengaxx discussion, because it is going to be wonderful and special and amazing. Yes.
Donnie said, did anyone else have trouble using the code for their Blood for the Con digital rewards, or is it just me? We mentioned it in the beginning.
Donnie is a late arriver.
Yes.
Have you had margaritas yourself last night, Donald?
But just go retry it now. The code should be working.
Now, I do want to say, though, Laura and I were corresponding this morning, and Laura was not able to make it work.
Okay.
So she did send an email. If you are having that problem, and we aren't sure what it is, it could be a caching issue, but it seems to be working for many people, because I saw many orders come through last night after we fixed the problem. So if it is not working for you, just please send us an email to adventures@gooeycube.com, adventures@gooeycube.com. And if you back the Kickstarter, of course, if you didn't back the Kickstarter, it's not going to work for you. But if you back the Kickstarter, send us an email, and we will get you fixed on whatever's going on with this. I coined a word with Laura today. I said detectivate, because you got to detect the circumstance. So we must detectivate what is going on, and we will do that. So, Camera Mandy, switch to you real quick so I can blow my nose.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God.
Hurry up, girl.
I'm working on it.
There you go, marvelous.
Should I mute you?
No, it's okay. I won't do the that I usually do.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, speaking of Donnie, I'll just insert something there. If you are coming out for GenghisCon and are interested in GMing for Gooey Cube at GenghisCon, it doesn't have to be like a full-time thing. I know a lot of people like to just
and we typically don't do that, right? We typically only ask for a modest amount of sessions. We don't want you to work the whole weekend. We want you to come and have fun.
And
right?
like
That's
relax with that. The thing that's great about GenghisCon is that it's a low stress, in my opinion, weekend.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and so it's not frenetic like Gen Con is, where you're going. It's like you actually have time to sit and chat and relax. And last time me and Geeky Hoodie went and got drunk together.
Yes.
I think
such a bad influence.
I think Christina was there too.
Yeah, Christina, she's a bad influence too.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a good time. So if you are coming out for GenghisCon, or if you already live in Colorado, we'll have a nice swag bag for you. We pay a little bit of cash.
We give a stipend.
Yeah.
We definitely do our best to not take advantage of our game masters. So we want to help you a little bit as best as we can, right?
Yes. So it's a good time. So
I just want to say something real quick too about Genghis. Can you cut back to me?
Yes.
So I want to tell you that we are really excited for this year for GenghisCon. A lot more Gooey people are coming, but not just Gooey people. There's so many friends that we have in Colorado who aren't even on Facebook, right? That show up and come to this marvelous convention that Donnie and Andrea put up all the time, and it is fabulous. And that is of course the inspiration for Blood for the Con. And the tale has really grown in the telling. You get to meet the Arnolds, who are in the city of Darkenhaven. You get to go on this wonderful thing. It's really, it's spectacular. But anyway, Todd, I just want to tell you, I was looking, the perspective shot with you sitting in the background on this marvelous image. That if you, I don't think you can bring that one up, but this is a huge build, cameraman. Do you see this build? I mean, it is huge. It's wonderful. What a great table. What a great table.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I am a miniature freak like Todd is. Oh, and Luke's shoes. Yes. I knew about these a couple months back, but I was sworn to secrecy. Cameraman. So Luke is making shoes for us nerds. This is like Nike. This is like Nike of nerddom, right? For us geeks, okay? And this is one of them. And then there is another one with a dragon on it, and it's red. And those I've seen. So anyway, I don't know all about how to get them and all of that stuff, but they are coming very, very soon to your availability, except for there's a problem. It's a major problem. I've already lodged a complaint with Gaxworks. They don't come in size 16.
Oh.
So my big old Alphinius feet can't get a pair of these marvelous shoes.
You can get them for Camera Mandy.
Whatever, cameraman.
I'm sure they come in my size.
Anyway, I'm pretty excited about this. Luke is doing a great job with these. They look fantastic and very geeky, very nerdy. I just think they're wonderful. Anyway,
I agree with Belinda though. Like she says, I would be so afraid to wear them and get them dirty, and I am 100% the same.
So this is the thing, right? So growing up with Devin and Mike, right? They were basketball kids, both of them, and Kimmy was too, but not to the degree of Devin and Mike. And Devin and Mike loved Nike shoes, loved them, right? And so for Christmas, for birthday, this is what they would ask for, these various Nike Jordan 17s or whatever it was. I don't really know, right, that much about them. So anyway, we would do this, right? And then I would look at them and I'd go into their closets because they would never wear them, cameraman. I'd be like, we buy you these shoes and they sit in your closet. So...
It's just like your collector's stuff.
But I use my stuff.
Some
all
of
over
it.
the table.
Yes, but you have so much of it that you could not possibly. I have seen your drawers full of minis. So these are some of Alphinius minis.
Make sure you qualify it and say, I've seen your drawers full of minis, because you don't want to just say, I've seen your drawers. That would be a bad thing.
Yes, I have seen those.
And actually,
as well.
you have seen my drawers.
So, every once in a while, Alphinius just drops his laundry off.
Look, now, not these marvelous.
Yes.
So these are painted by some of my friends. Mm-hmm. Some of them Smash Case, some of them just a number of different wonderful painters who have painted them. None of these are actually painted by me, I don't think. But I actually got pretty good. And this I want to tell you all. If you want to pick up this hobby of painting and you haven't done so, you should watch Creative Goo. Harry gives some great comments. Also, our marvelous friend Rick Ankney does a marvelous painting show. And you can learn how to paint, because even if you don't have a lot of artistic talent, there are techniques that you can use, washes and blending and a little bit of highlighting, dry brushing, that will give your figures a marvelous look that really you don't have to be an artist to do. But I put up these, I was inspired to put up this picture and show these marvelous images and threw up some other, do some tags to some of the painters that have painted stuff and posted them in the den, and it was really fun. I love miniatures. Just love them.
Me too.
Yes, I know.
Okay, next up.
Yes.
This is very exciting.
Yes.
So we got 2 of our special limited edition books in for the Cyclos. So we got when we say limited edition, it's, basically just a new cover with an autograph page.
That's what a lot of people do. For
so I just want to be upfront that,
There's not something extra in there.
Yes. But if you do purchase these, which we'll put them up in the next few weeks here, if you want them signed, we will get them signed for you.
Yes, we have our marvelous wizard. She is magnificent on the Weirded Magics. And we, of course, have Hernesh, who is the leader of Magdranog on West Verdestia, and they are really, really beautiful, beautiful artworks. Beautiful, both of them. Love them.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So, Geeky asks, will there be any virtual Goo GenghisCon games for those of us who can't make it to GenghisCon? And I don't believe that there are going to be, because Pamela will actually be joining us for Genghis, and she's heading up. Yeah, actually, let me just...
And I don't know that Genghis does a lot of virtual stuff yet, although maybe they're thinking about it in the future. Donnie, I don't know. If you're still watching, or Andrea, if you're watching, let us know if that's coming in the future or if it's right now and we just don't know about it.
Yes. So I do want to just take a second to talk about our gaming crew this year, as I put out a call for gaming. So as it is right now, Matt Wilcox is heading up our in-person gaming. So him and Matt, Mark Gordon, and then Casey is still with us.
He's consulting,
giving us lots of advice.
He needed a break.
Yeah. So Matt is. So if you get hit up by Matt, he is in charge of in-person conventions. I'm in the crew there as well. I can say that. So
she's one of the crew.
Yeah. Anyway, and then Pamela is heading up our online games. And if you are interested in game mastering for us, what we do is we just set up a little interview, and basically it's just to make sure that the way that we run games is for you at cons, and Pamela interviews the online people, Matt interviews the in-person people. Pamela sets up little meetings. It's a really fun time. So if you're remote, we're going to be running games at GaryCon this year, and then I know that we do some stuff for Gen Con every year. And if you're in person, right now we're running games at Genghis, which we got to finalize all that stuff. GaryCon and Gen Con this year.
Yes,
so if you want to play some Gooey games at conventions, that's where to find us.
Indeed.
Anyway.
And I'm having to do the next installment of the Blood for the Con for Genghis Khan, which is one of the games we're going to be running. Yes, is that not what we're doing?
We're not doing that this year. That would be next year.
I thought we were doing it this year.
No. Come to Goo Morning, Zyathé, where you will hear us debate time and the ability to get things done. So anyway, but yes, next year,
an amazing amount of material.
Next year we will definitely be doing the sequel to Blood for the Con. So.
No, but we're going to announce it, and we're going to sort of semi-kickstart it at Genghis Khan.
Half the time I find out about stuff on the show, so
yes.
I'm not stressed at all.
Yeah, we're not going to do an actual Kickstarter because we're going to be we're going to do
Harry, Pamela, call him. Sorry. Anyway.
Casey used to call me. He doesn't call me anymore.
Aww.
Casey. Actually, he might be coming up for the holidays and we'll play a game. We'll have to see.
Okay. So let us go ahead and transition over to Gyzaengaxx and what we have. Oh, I didn't mean to go the wrong one.
No, we need to stop not do that yet because I have to read this.
Oh, you're going to read something first.
Yes, because I've been reading from the Mornwood campaign book. And for those of you who are new or haven't joined us maybe recently, this is an excerpt, if you will, that appears at the beginning of the Mornwood campaign book, which is from the Anathema Malunax. And the Anathema Malunax is basically sort of the converse of the Ventenium Alunax. And it speaks a different sort of philosophy, if you will, and a little bit of a different history of the world. And I love how this Anathema Malunax came together. And this also does speak of the Gods' War and of the emergence of the Lords of Corruption and of Avova's sacrifice to save all things by merging his essence into the magic of the Eterniverse, which is called the Zyathés. And that is where we actually left off last time. Avova had just done that. And now we speak to the next chapter of the Anathema Malunax, called A New Day Dawning. And if I had my spectacles, which Alexander apparently has stolen.
He did not steal them. He put them somewhere in the studio, and I keep forgetting to ask him.
He hid my spectacles, probably with the flarp. No. It's probably in one of these damn drawers over there.
It probably, yes.
All right, a new day dawning, my friends, because Avova had saved the creation, but at the greatest cost ever known. In the annums that followed, the gods set about doing everything they could to restore all things. They discovered their powers were significantly increased, and the newly enhanced Zyathés allowed them to expand and augment their planar realms to even greater heights of grandeur. They touched Zyathé with these magics as well, bringing much healing to the life world and helping the mortals who lived there to thrive. As time passed, Zyathé moved on from the effects of the Gods' War. Yea, even the memory of it became but legend. On Zyathé, the mortal peoples spread across the continents, and after many hundreds of years have passed, the rise of the Etheric civilization began. Harnessing the high cycles of the Everflow, the Etherns accomplished tremendous feats of magic. They built impossibly high towers that overlooked extensive swaths of magically altered lands. Almost as gods, they created living beings made of metal and other materials who were able to fully reason for themselves. They took to the skies in vast floating cities atop inverted mountaintops and soared about the planet. Yea, my children, they even took to the stars in enormous skyships powered by the Zyathés. Indeed, they remain to this day the greatest civilization that ever existed upon Zyathé. Yet despite their magnificent achievements, this zenith of mortal power would not last. For Gyzaengaxx, the greatest of the human mages, fell afoul of the influence of corruption in his quest for immortality. In his mania, he attempted to cast the one and only spell of the 13th cycle of magic. which is called the way of all things. But Gyzaengaxx had been misled into using a corrupted mockery of the true magic, which would ultimately bring about the apocalyptic event known as the Woe of Ruin. This cataclysm destroyed the Aetheric civilization and cracked the barrier that restrained the nether flow from the rest of the Zyathés, allowing corruption again to seep into the creation. Thus was the Eterniverse and the life world once again given over to the taint of the debasing flow, and again it seemed that all was lost. But this was not the end. For certain gods, at great cost to themselves, were able to push back the debasing current and mend the barrier that restrained the nether flow. And while their solution was not fully effective, as slight amounts of the corrupted flow still seeped into the Zyathés, it was enough to save all things. Thus, in the many anims that came thereafter, the planes were again restored and the life world renewed, though all was fearfully tainted with corruption and imperfection. And were it not for a happening from long in the past, this might have been the end of the tale. But it is not, for there is more to tell. And I'm going to keep reading. Is that okay, Cameraman?
Yeah.
This next section is called The Rebirth. Yea, my children, we must now go back to the time of the Gods' War, for in the anims following Avova's sacrifice a miracle occurred. Indeed, when the battles had finally ceased and the four lords were fully imprisoned within the Neverplace, a calmness settled over the creation. And though there was much weeping and great sorrow at the loss of Avova, there was also a renewed hope that all the Maker had crafted might be restored. Thus the gods began their great work. But as they did, far from their sight, something stirred deep in the farthest reaches of the void. Indeed, beyond time and space, where only the basic elements exist, potent strands of deific animus gathered together, drawn by an inexplicable force. These were the remnants of the 8 dead gods that had drifted away before Avova could use them in the remaking of themselves. And each of them held great power. Though without the Maker, they would remain only as they were, lost forever. But then, as the Eterniverse quieted, another presence came into the place where the remnants were congregated, and while the essence was as they were, it also was not. The presence exuded untold magical potency, far beyond any of the deific threads that floated in the void, and unlike the strands, this essence was nearly complete. For a time, it circled the threads of deific animus, slowly guiding them closer together as it swirled about. Soon it became apparent that the essence was joining the strands together, almost as a weaver plaiting on a loom. Then, as the threads became more of a pattern, a melodious and wondrous song came forth from the essence, echoing in the void. It was an anthem that had not been heard since the beginning, when Avova spoke the way of all things and brought forth the life song. And the weaving stirred. Then, as the ballad reached a crescendo, the essence merged itself into the weave to join with the other strands, forming a magnificent and terrifying tapestry of Zyathesic energy. This was raw and unbridled power, infused with the everflow at an unheard-of measure, and over 1 millennia to the next, as the weave slowly coalesced into that which it was becoming, waves of that power were cast forth into the cosmos with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. Now, my children, were this event to have happened anywhere near the Sulion system, where Zyathé orbits about its own sun, the immeasurable energy that emanated from it would have fully devoured everything therein and countless other Sul systems besides. But at the far reaches of the void, the miraculous event affected little, and to those living upon the life world, when the light from it finally reached the planet, it appeared only as a large new star, a red star. And thus, my children, Oavao was born. Camera Mendy. People have asked me since 2018, tell me of the Red Star. Tell me of the Red Star. And in 2023, we have finally told of the Red Star. Cheers, my friends. I hope you love it because I love it. Have some of you read that already? I don't know how many of you have read that already, but yes, that is the tale. Now you know. Now you know.
I love it.
Carrie put a note in here when I wrote this, and she said, I just lost my mind over this. All the lore buffs are going to geek out so hard.
I love Carrie. She's the best.
Yes, it's magnificent. Yes, that is in the Mornwood campaign. That is the section of the Anathema Malunax.
You want to see something crazy?
Yeah, of course.
Well, look at this. So, because I set it up so that way you can show the Gyzaengaxx website.
Yes.
And so now you can see it's like a loop. It's like a loop of a loop of a loop. It's like going. It's going
so
crazy.
Weird.
I'm just saying.
It's bizarre.
It just keeps going.
Yes, I must take another sip.
Anyway, all that to say, I'm very excited for everyone to read all this. I've gotten a lot of great comments back from people saying that, did you see it? It just keeps pushing.
Yes, it's like the looping is looping. But I really like all the comments. My friends, I hope that this is, for those of you who love this lore and have helped us make it, right? Have helped be a part of it and all that stuff, which I'm going to talk about with Gyzaengaxx here in a moment. I cannot tell you how exciting it is to finally close that loop so that everyone now knows about this thing that is Oava'o and this concept of the three sort of deific powers, if you will, the lords of corruption, Oava'o, and the gods, right? And to kind of build that, right, to where it is today. And everyone's always asked me, what is the Red Star? What is the Red Star? What does it mean? Where did it come from? Blah, blah, blah. Now you know.
Well, I love that it all kind of ties in together.
Yes.
So, like, this is not something you necessarily need to run the Red Star Rising campaign at this point. But
for those of us who are game masters and lore buffs,
who love all that deep, layers and layers and layers of lore. I have like the funniest idea for like a TikTok. Well, I don't know if it's funny. Cut yourself, Crime Mandy, because everyone likes to see your face. There you are. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, anyway, so I want to do this TikTok where it's like, please, sir, I want some lore. And then we just like drop all of the all of the books on the table. I'm gonna work on it.
I think that'd be fun.
We'll get it. We'll get it at some point when I have like a spare 30 minutes. Okay. Anyway.
So there is one more little section that I will read next week. That I want to make sure I need to put a comment in here so I don't forget. It's very important.
Okay. For now though, I cannot see your comments. I'm gonna open it up on my phone. But we're gonna talk a little bit about Gyzaengaxx.
Oh, yes, we need to do that. Are you going to put that up real quick, cameraman?
If you look up at the screen.
Hold on. Just going to make my note.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I might forget. And then you have to look it up, which is, you always hate doing. Okay. So, my friends, I know we showed a little bit of this already, but I want to show it again. Now, the likely date of our start date, we moved it because of what we heard from the people at BackerKit. BackerKit said, don't do a Kickstarter during the holiday season. Do it afterwards. So it is probably, I have to talk to Luke, make sure he's okay with it. He actually was the one who suggested maybe if we needed to push it a little bit, we should. He was off to Sweden. I don't know if you paid attention, but he's been doing all kinds of cool things. But I think we're going to start somewhere around the 15th to 20th of January, okay? But I want to show you this because the tech team and Steven and Cameron Mandy and others have worked really, really hard on this. Did we show the video?
What video?
The Luke and Alphinius video?
We've shown that.
We showed this.
Yeah.
So as you scroll down, you get to see this video and hear about what we were doing. And then you continue to scroll, and here's where people are going to start. Not yet. You aren't going to get mad at me yet. You'll get mad at... No, you're good. Keep going. So then you get to see the two different things that we will be offering in this Kickstarter, which is the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx, which is the adventure, and the environs of Gyzaengaxx, which is the area, okay? And the area is, of course, going to have all these nods to the early days of this marvelous game and all kinds of lampoony fun things that you will have, as well as the adventure. They will both contain these things.
See, this is why we show you guys this stuff, because beginning Q1 2023.
No, I know that. They put that up there. I'm not going to let them.
Okay.
They're afraid it's going to get pushed again. It's not going to. So.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for pointing that out, guys. There's a couple of other
things, because when it says up above, so if you register and back, when we send this out, this is why I want you all to know about this ahead of time, especially all you Gooey people. Because if you register and back, you get a really amazing haul if you back for both of the things. So scroll back up, cameraman, just real quick. So where it says register and back at the $60 level, you get a $120 value. That's at least a $120 value because it doesn't include any stretch goals. And the next one where it says back at the $160 level, it's a $320 value. That doesn't include the stretch goals either because we're doing this for the people who register ahead of time. So all my Gooey friends, I'm gonna yell and scream and send messages and all of that stuff because we're gonna do this for you. So go ahead and scroll down, cameraman. So this is called the Gooey Haul. And if you register and if you back the Kickstarter at the $160 level, we're going to give you all of this stuff. You're going to get the folios, 2 decks of Perilous Fortuity, a number of other things, and this marvelous adventure for free called the Ghost Stone, which is part of the Gyzaengaxx lore and area, and we think you're going to love it. Okay, so I really want, when we send out this, it's not up yet. You can't register yet, but when we send this out, please be sure to register because the Gooey Haul is only for people who register ahead of time and then back at the $160 level.
Yeah, this page, just so everyone knows, is not complete. I've already found like a number of other
it's all kinds of things.
This is a preview.
Yes, this is what we're doing, right?
Yes.
So you'll be able to, but the Ghost Stone is going to be fantastic. I love the cover art. She's going to be a wonderful nemesis, I think.
And you can play this if you're going to GaryCon. We'll be running at least 3 games a day of it.
Yes, the Ghost Stone. That is correct. And of course, this is Ethholm and marvelous Raju and Rune and Bryphus.
Who we'll talk about just in a few minutes.
Yes, and then Cameramandy's magnificent animation.
Oh, they still need to switch it out. It's still not the.
That's okay. It's still magnificent. Look at how good it looks. Wait, just stay there just for a moment. Look at that.
Come
on, y'all. Isn't that not magnificent? So that is Gerald Gyzaengaxx, the wizard, the ghost of the wizard that you will meet in the tale that Luke and I are putting together. And continue, Cameramendy.
Okay.
And then here are just some of the people that it is starring. So you have Ed Greenwood as Rorandrel. You have Errol Otis as the Alterios, the mage. Margaret Weiss gave us a marvelous character named Archibald Fox. Skip Williams is Wolf. Matt Everhart is a Tamrav there. He wanted to be in Anzandra Oz, which is just magnificent, and he was so happy with this. We have Mike Carr as Carmichael the Cleric, and we have a number of others that are coming who will all be starring in this homage to Gary. Then also the Gyzaengaxx family, Luke and Bushra and Sabrina and Miriam and Amira will all be a part of the tale, and some others as well. Alphinius and Nyanea and Mordrin, Devrunda and Carissa Ambershue and perhaps some others. It's going to be a box set. I haven't decided how big it's going to be yet. We're going to figure that out, but I think it's going to be pretty big.
Is it going to be Gloom, Port, and Darkhaven size?
I don't know that it needs to be quite that big, but it might be. And then of course, the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx, the first adventure. There will probably be a sequel, assuming that we do like we hope we will do with this. We're very much hoping that this will help Gooey Cube fund us for the next 6 months to a year.
Someone was asking,
yes,
Grey Wolf, when did we register as the one you showed wasn't the right date? So when is this going to go live?
We will be sending, all of you, just want you to know this, we will inundate you. That's not fair. We never spam you. But we will give you quite a few emails that will probably be going out towards the end of next week, beginning the registration process. You will have plenty of time to register. You'll be able to because like I said, I don't think we're starting this until January 15th, January 20th, something like that. So there will be plenty of time. I also would encourage you, please tell your friends. Please talk to people because I don't know that ever I will do anything as part of Gooey Cube, and we will do anything as part of Gooey Cube as special as this because of what it is. And I feel incredibly blessed to be able to do this, and I'm going to put as much effort in it. And Luke has already given us some great ideas and wonderful thoughts, and he's just wonderful, by the way. He's just a great person to work with, and very down to earth and marvelous. And so you'll have plenty of time to register. And then of course we talk a little bit about why we think our stuff is special and why it helps make games better. But this is more. If you register before the thing happens, although we might keep this up, we might do this for everyone. but if you register and back, you can win additional, if you register, even if you don't back, you've got a chance to win 50 prizes that we'll be giving away in honor of the 50 years anniversary of this marvelous game.
And we'll do it 50 days.
Yep. Well, yeah, maybe 50 days. We might do it 25 days. We'll see.
We'll see. Yes.
We might do 2 a day. We'll do some on Goo Morning's Zyathé. We might do 5 on Goo Morning's Zyathé. Who knows?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes,
I love that idea.
Fun.
Yeah. So
I
we're
won't
gonna
drink as many margaritas the night before.
No,
Seriously, okay, listen, y'all. Do I look a little wrecky? It's okay. I can take it.
Yes, you do. I have no problem saying it. So it's okay. It's okay. So
Anyway,
nothing wrong with that.
Yes, and then also, for those of you who might like to give this as a gift to someone, anyone who backs, we're going to do our best to try to figure out how to do this, right? But we're going to have some methodology. If you back and you're on this registration list, we're going to send you an email with a cool little sort of holiday card that you can print and give to someone to tell them that you got them Gyzaengaxx as a gift for the holidays. So I'm not exactly sure how that process is going to work, but it will work. I have no doubt that we'll be able to do it. We're going to make a cool card. And by the way, that print, the Evening in Ethone print, is going to be very special because all of the cool people who are starring in this are going to be in this inn, along with all of us, and it's going to be a really wonderful print. So it's the most special thing I've done, and here's the most important thing. The most important thing is that we want to do this with our community like we have never done before. I'm hoping to have hundreds of submissions, which is why I think Gyzaengaxx could be pretty big, Kim Mendy. Isn't that special? Mandy, you did such a good job with that. I mean, that is so cool. Come on, y'all. Yes?
Oh,
magnificent.
I'm
yes,
so
it's so
no.
cool. So
I appreciate you.
This guy's going to make a lot of jokes. He's going to say a lot of things to the party.
I love that.
They're going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be like, "Where's my eye? Listen, I want you to find these 2 guys." So we'll have some fun with that. We'll lampoon it a little bit.
Okay.
But anyway,
This
we
is
want
exciting.
I want hundreds of submissions from you all. I want it to be special for you. I want to put these into the as many as we can into the Gyzaengaxx tale, and have it be a part of really what I think is going to be history of this marvelous game. And I am as excited about it as anything I've ever done in my entire career. So we're going to do our best. We're going to have some Discord meetups. By the way, Cameron Mandy and I are going to do some really cool things, I think, with Goo Morning Zyathé in the new year. I think you're going to like it a lot. And I'm really excited for this next chapter of Gooey Cube, and very, very excited. There's Bryphus.
So walk us through a little bit.
So Bryphus there are actually 3 pretty interesting characters here. Bryphus the warrior, Rune the mage, and Jaru, and you should have all 3 of them. I can't remember. Do you have all 3 of them?
I think I do.
Yeah, and so there's Jaru.
So are they an adventuring party?
Excuse me, there's Raju, and there is Rune. And all 3 of them are a little lampoony on some characters that were in a village a long time ago. And we're going to have some fun with the lampoon on that a little bit. But those are the 3 of them. Rufus and Byrne were the original characters in Hamlet, and we wanted to do a little homage to that. And it's exciting. It's very exciting. Anyway, sorry, Cameron Mendy gave me the little thing like this.
No. What I was saying was speak up a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
You're getting all quiet.
Yes, so we have created some characters to kind
But
of.
are they like an adventuring party?
They are non-player characters who will sort of guide the party as they go along with all of the other stars that are in here.
Okay.
And so we are very, very excited to do that. This is one of the images that will be in there. There's a statue of the god Jinx, and we have some fun things planned for that. And this, of course, is Gyzaengaxx. This is the tomb of Gyzaengaxx. This was the wizard's keep that is now.
I kind of like that the tomb of Gyzaengaxx is not just like a dungeon. It's like a castle.
It was his home.
Yeah.
And Luke and I talked about this, and about 5 years ago, the wizard was pretty around, and about 5 years ago, the wizard disappeared. And people who then tried to find out what happened to him approached and found that bad things happened to them if they got too close to the castle. And so after a time, they stopped calling it the Gyzaengaxx Keep or Gyzaengaxx Castle. They began calling it the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx because they believe he died there, right? And so that's sort of the genesis of it. And this is a marvelous thing called the Fauns, and a creature that Luke wanted us to include. It has a history in the game, and we are excited to bring them. You're going to love the Faunses.
All right, and then.
Yes, and we have something going on here like this. Yes, you'll see what this is. This will be another little lampoony fun thing we're going to do. And there, of course, is the cover art for the Tomb adventure.
Awesome. Well, it's shaping up really good.
Yes.
I'm very excited. So
yes.
There's your little preview.
Yes, I can't wait for people to play it. I hope you like it, my friends. I hope you love it. It's going to have a lot of jokes and a lot of funness, but it's also going to be a little scary and a little creepy. And
imagine, so he went really big on Blood for the Con.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom. You know what's funny? So I did this little reel with the maps.
It was great, cameraman.
Let me see if I can.
Can you show it?
I might be able to. Not with the music, but I can probably just.
Why not with the music?
Because I don't have it. Hold on, but I can probably show it on the Facebook page.
We're such a low budget production.
I know. But anyways, I was looking back though at some of our other reels, and there was this one that I did for Blood for the Con, where you were promising all of these stretch goals, and we
delivered them.
Hold on, it's here. Oh wait, here, let me rewind it. Or it'll just restart over again. But basically, I found the map that you originally, because that's your handwriting, right? That's you. You designed that map, and then
Jeremy and I actually worked on that together.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then you built up this world. Anyway, all that to say though, I found this other reel that we had done, which was just me being my boss can't. He has a stretch goal addiction. And anyway, it was just too funny.
Yes.
So anyway,
gosh, that was so fun.
Anyway,
long time ago.
Yep.
Long time ago.
Wow, you're going back. The look on your face right now.
Yeah, no, it's quite waxing nostalgic, as they say. I think we're running out of time.
Yes, it's time to head out.
Aren't we supposed to do a hashtag?
Oh my God, yes, hashtag Mornwood.
So here's how we do this, right?
Yes.
You get extra entries when you enter here, and then right when we get to the end, we put up entries at on the Gooey Den in the Discord to give people a chance to enter there. And then we put all the entries into a hat and draw them out. But because you watch Goo Morning Zyathé, you get extra entries. And a lot of people who watch Goo Morning Zyathé have won things. So we are doing our best to get everybody who watches Goo Morning Zyathé something because we appreciate you so much.
We have a first-time chatter, Portholus.
Another one, Portholus.
Portholus.
Portholus or Portholus?
I don't know. P-O-R-T.
Like porthole or porthole?
I don't know. Tell us.
Portholus sounds like Portholus sounds a little iffy.
Please put
because everybody got a porthole. We all know this, right? Did I just say that? Sorry,
oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Portholus. you were
Yeah, it's not Portholus. I knew that, by the way.
I don't know. The internet can be a weird place, okay? Anyway, hashtag Mornwood.
MOURNWOOD.
It enters you to win the signed Mornwood. It doesn't really matter if you, yes, it would say again, cameraman. It enters you to win. The signed Mornwood campaign.
Signed Mornwood campaign.
Yes. So anyway.
Hashtag Mornwood. It gives you extra entries every time you attend here and put in the hashtag, you get an extra entry. So, my friends, it was beautiful. Thank you for putting up with my slightly haggard appearance. I hope it was fun. I can't wait to do Gyzaengaxx with this marvelous community. We have grown up now. We have many wonderful, wonderful writers, wonderful imaginators. And remember, you don't have to be a good writer. All we want is a fun idea that you would love to have be in the world. Absolutely. And we will clean it up if it needs to be cleaned up. If you are a wonderful writer, you probably won't get cleaned up very much. But they clean me up, so if I get cleaned up, everybody gets to get cleaned up. I guess I need to go see the barber. Speaking of cleaning up.
We'll see next week if it happens.
See, look, Camera Midi, because I'm
Oh my
wearing a t-shirt,
gosh.
you can't see the navel. Yes,
Yeah.
the navel is no longer available.
May all your adventures... No, just kidding.
Yes, may all your adventures be sticky, friends. Have a marvelous Saturday. Can't wait to see you next weekend. We have many things coming, and we have a totally cool new show coming, new shows. We're going to ask you for comments. We're going to ask you about things as we go through December, about some of the things we're talking about doing for Goo Morning Zyathé as we revamp it for next year, along with a lot of other things we're doing with the Gooey Cube. So, have a wonderful day, and may all your adventures be sticky, my friends. Ha ha!